Hey Bricks, it's Brickley here, and welcome to episode 2 of building Helms Deep in LEGO. And it's been a while since I've uploaded episode 1 of building Helms Deep in LEGO. This is the first episode of this series in 2022, and if you haven't checked out episode 1 of this building series, of course, go ahead and click the card in the top right corner of the screen right over here to check out my awesome building Helms Deep in LEGO episode 1 video. And without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at my Helms Deep mock right here, because you can clearly see that this Helms Deep build right here isn't like the official LEGO set. It has a lot of customizations, and before I'm actually going to destroy this entire build, I do want to have everything on camera, which I built back in the day, because actually quite funny, before I actually started doing YouTube, I was just collecting a lot of LEGO The Lord of the Rings, and I actually had one Helms Deep set back in the day. So I sort of customized that with, of course, the Uruk-hai army set right there. You can clearly see actually it's attached between, of course, the exploding wall and the main keep, of course, over here from the Hornberg. So I really wanted to customize that back in the day, and I added a lot of other customizations throughout the years, because I actually got a second Helms Deep set. You may see that the walls are a little bit higher over there in the back, and that is actually the main reason why the entire Helms Deep building is looking a lot more different actually, and I'm really happy with it. So I really want to show you every single customization I really added to this Helms Deep mock myself, and I really want to show you that, because after this video actually I'm going to destroy this entire awesome build right here, unfortunately, and I'm going to utilize all of the pieces within this Helms Deep build for my future LEGO Helms Deep mock. I already bought a lot of pieces, 1x4 light bluish gray pieces, 1x6 light bluish gray pieces, and even 1x8 light bluish gray pieces, just the regular bricks. I actually have them laying around somewhere in my LEGO room, and actually over here on my table I'm sort of sorting these pieces, because I actually wanted to use these for my building Mordor in LEGO mock, but I actually got a lot of the 1x2 yellow bricks, so I don't need to use these anymore, so I can definitely utilize those for Minas Morgul, and of course my Helms Deep mock right here, which is definitely going to be an amazing mock in the future. But yeah, let's go ahead and get right into taking a look at all the customizations I've brought to this entire build right here, because you can clearly see that it's a lot more different actually in comparison to the official LEGO set. So where we're actually going to start right here is at the main Hornberg right over here. So the front of the Helms Deep with, of course, the main gate right here. We got this sort of causeway right over here, really looking awesome. I don't think I've added a little bit of length. I'm not sure actually. Maybe it's a little bit longer. I think so, because you can clearly see the plates right here. So I think this causeway right here is a little bit longer than, of course, the official LEGO set. And I really needed to do that because the Uruk-hai really need to storm in with a massive army, and of course the battling ram right here, actually made by Dr. Brick Daddy, another awesome LEGO YouTuber from the good old days on YouTube actually for LEGO. So this is really just an amazing design for the battling ram. I know it's not the accurate color, of course, for the movie, but I definitely have some nostalgic feelings towards this design, because Dr. Brick Daddy actually was one of my favorite YouTubers back in my childhood when I was watching him, but he suddenly disappeared from YouTube. I don't know why. I still don't know why, but it's been like 6 or 7 years since he's uploaded a video. And right over here actually with the main gate, of course, we got a lot of detailing on the main gate. I tried to add a lot of detailing. We got, of course, those cheese pieces in, of course, the brown color. The gate can still open, so that is really cool. It opens a little bit harder because I really wanted to have that effect where, of course, the battling ram needed to, of course, storm in. So that is sort of playability from back in the day, which I really wanted to add to my Helms Deep castle. But I do think that looks amazing. And over here, actually, you can see these panels, and in the original LEGO Helms Deep set, there were 2 panels, but that's not accurate to the design of the Helms Deep Hornberg Castle. Actually, there are supposed to be 3 of these, so I actually sort of modded that last year, also added one of these tiles right here. So that actually looks a lot better in my opinion. You can see that the Rohan soldiers can still throw some stones and, of course, spears through this area right over here. I don't think they can open up all the way, but you can see I have enough space to throw some rocks and spears through, so that's definitely something amazing. But yeah, the rest of the wall actually is still the same. I mean, I haven't really raised the rock work, which I'm definitely going to do in the future with, of course, my other LEGO Helm's Deep build. That's definitely something exciting because I really want the rock work to be right around this height right here. So the Helm's Deep castle is definitely going to be raised, and that's definitely something amazing in my opinion. But yeah, let me know in the comment section down below what you think of my modified Hornberg and of course Courseway right over here. Then we're going to go and take a look at the wall actually over here on the left, but I'm going to go and remove this ladder at first and show you what this design right over here is. This is actually made up of two of the ladders. As I said before, I had purchased two of the official LEGO Helm's Deep sets, so that is why I was able to make this huge ladder right here. And this is actually really accurate to the movie, other than of course it being a little bit smaller, but because it actually should be around this height right here. But this is really accurate because you can have two urukai next to each other. I believe there are actually 3 urukais next to each other in the movie, so I do need to modify that in the future for my official LEGO Helm's Deep mock, but that's definitely something amazing. I mean, this ladder really looks great for just playability. I mean, I used this back in the day, so that's definitely something really cool. And over here, actually, I got the big wall, and I actually raised this a little bit, as you can see, so I added a little bit of a sort of destroyed wall piece right here. I thought that would look really cool. And I believe you could also see that in the Two Towers movie, but I'm not sure. I haven't studied the Helm's Deep Castle in years because I was really focusing on that in the past. And right now, I'm actually going to grab the Two Towers and take a look at the Helm's Deep Castle again so I can add a lot of smaller details to the castle to make it as accurate as possible. But yeah, I raised this area right over here. This mechanism is still the same, but I added a lot of sort of bricks right here. I made sure that the windows are actually a little bit raised as well, because it would be weird if the windows were right over here and this area right over here wouldn't actually be open. So I raised the windows actually. You can see that that's definitely something amazing. And I really wanted this wall right here, the round wall actually of the Hornberg, to be the same height as the Hornberg, actually the gate right here, so the castle above the gate. So I definitely wanted to sort of have the same height right there, because that's something you can clearly see in the movie, and I wasn't really too happy with the official LEGO design, so I had to add that height as well, and that was, well, fairly easy because I already own 2 Helm's Deep sets, so I had enough parts for that. And the same on the other side, actually, of my Helm's Deep castle over here. I got the raised wall, actually, and this wall is actually a little bit more, sort of less detailed, because I had a couple of course, light bluish gray pieces which I was missing, so I really had to use a lot more of the sand green pieces, and with that I mean these ugly 1x4 sand green pieces. So I'm definitely not going to do that within my future Helm's Deep mock. But yeah, I still think the wall looks, well, of course, really nice. I mean, right over here you can see that I got the entire wall and actually made it a little bit longer, so you can see that the wall is really nice right here. Also added some rock work on the bottom right there. And just imagine, back in the day, I really thought that building this rock work right over here was really hard to do, and I was really proud of it. So that's a little funny detail right there, a little funny story. And this wall is actually also quite big, as you can see. We got a lot of area for minifigures to pose up, so that's definitely something really cool. And right now, actually, I'm gonna go and show you the tower right over here, and of course the deeping wall of the Helm's Deep Fortress right here. So first of all, we're gonna go and start right in the middle, actually, of course, the Helm's Deep Fortress right here. So we got this sort of area with the window, and I believe you could see a window right there within actually the Two Towers movie, so I added that as well. I thought it would look pretty nice, and I remember struggling with this area right over here. Was quite hard to make for me back in the day, but if I would do it right now, it would look a lot better. But I was proud of my modification for the Helm's Deep Fortress, so that's really some awesome memories from back in the day when I was building Lego. And over here, I also created this area right over here with, of course, the brown stairs, actually totally not accurate to the movie. but I definitely thought it was so cool, and I really wanted to add some stairs actually for the minifigures to run down and up, and I really like this right here, which I designed myself, so that also looks really cool. And over here actually we got those 1x2 cheese pieces as well, also adding a lot of detail. I didn't know how to sort of solve that area, so I added those cheese pieces right there, and I still think that definitely looks really cool. Right over here I got, of course, the Uruk-hai army set wool piece actually, and I actually had 3 of those Uruk-hai army wool pieces back in the day. As you can see, I got 3 of the ballistas as well. So I really integrated that within, of course, the wool right here. So this piece actually was connected to the official LEGO Helms Deep set, but I wanted to, of course, make sure that it was a lot more accurate to the movie. So I added this piece right here, and right now it's a lot more accurate to the movie. And as you can see right here, I got this smaller ladder actually, because you could clearly see a lot of these smaller ladders. I mean, more than 8 were shown in the movie, I believe, maybe even 10 or something like that. But you could clearly see a lot of these ladders with, of course, the Uruk-hai Berserkers on them. Let me go ahead and grab one of these ladders right here with the Uruk-hai Berserker. So you can see the Uruk-hai Berserker right over here. This minifigure is actually 100% Lego. Only the helmet is custom Lego, so I really wanted to add that within this video. But yeah, this is just a regular sort of ladder right here. Got some pieces from this big ladder actually, and that is how I sort of created it. So it's actually 3 of those pieces, I believe, the sort of fence pieces with a lot of plates on the sides. Not really too special for the design anyways. And right over here actually with this ladder, forgot to tell you, is of course this sort of ballista right here. And you could see that scene within the movie where of course the Uruk-hai were firing a lot of ropes onto the wall with those grappling hooks. And I sort of want to recreate that within my future Helm's Deep mock as well, with these ropes right here. And these are going to be attached to walls and of course attached to the ladders as well. That's definitely something really cool in my opinion. I would love to recreate that scene because I thought it was really epic that you could see these sort of grappling hooks being fired onto the walls. Really awesome scene with the bad guy sort of thinking a step ahead of the armies of Rohan actually. So that definitely was something amazing to watch. But yeah, I'm gonna have these 3 ladders right here. Actually 4, I believe, maybe 3. I'm not sure actually. Haven't watched 2 towers for that much detail in a while, but yeah, I'm definitely gonna recreate that entire scene within my Helm's Deep mock, so that's also really gonna be exciting. And yeah, we're gonna go and continue taking a look at this wall right here. So you can also see that I modified these sort of bricks actually right over here. So I made them a little bit bigger. I believe the original Lego set had bricks with, I believe, 1x2 bricks. So I'm not sure about that. But I also am really happy with how this entire mock turned out. I mean, I added this sort of wall piece right here. And you can see that's actually my mock from back in the day wasn't finished entirely because I also left this area right over here open for some future imagination. For example, some rock work or another piece for the wall. But you can see that I also sort of finished this. So I believe that would have been rock work back in the day. But I never got to finishing that before I actually started collecting LEGO Star Wars, and my money went up into my entire LEGO Star Wars collection right there. But yeah, I'm finally continuing to build my awesome LEGO The Lord of the Rings mocks, and we're gonna go and build Helm's Deep in LEGO. How exciting is that, everyone? But yeah, we've seen the entire front of the Helm's Deep castle over here, and we're gonna go and take a look at the inside right now. So the second level actually over here, right here, from the Hornberg, you can see that this area right over here is also raised. It was a lot smaller. It actually was lower than this area right over here, I believe. So I really had to sort of raise that area. And as you can see, I also added this bridge right here. It isn't really that sort of funky bridge which will actually go up and down. It's really just a sturdy piece right here. Well, it's actually not that sturdy, but it works. It works, right? So that's really something important. And I also made sure that this sort of archway was also included. And I'm going to go and show you the inner sort of part of the courtyard right over here. So as you can see, I got this entire section. And oh man, this was really hard to build right here. As you can see, this design isn't perfect. Actually going to go and grab a flashlight for that so you can see a lot of epic detailing right there. I wasn't really good at, of course, building those sort of round sort of structures. So I actually still am not with, of course, the Blackgate mock, but I'm trying my best to create the best structures as possible. But yeah, I was really proud of this section right here, of course, with the sort of stairs going onto this ramp right here with the bridge. You can see I can also pose up a lot of minifigures right here. And in this area right over here, I actually also wanted to add a sort of walkway right over here. And I also created these little stairs right here, of course, which also looks really accurate to the movie in, of course, the sort of stair system, not, of course, the color that's not accurate. And yeah, I haven't finished any other things for my Helm's Deep mock other than this area right over here. I mean, this area actually inside the tower isn't finished. I also wanted to add a lot of ladders, but I actually haven't done that for around 5 years. So it's been a while since I've added a couple of details to my Helm's Deep mock, other than, of course, modifying this entire center part. But we're going to go and take a look at my storage room underneath the main Hornberg right over here. So you can see a Rohan soldier within the armory, actually. Yes, the original LEGO Helm's Deep set actually had the throne right there, and that wasn't totally accurate. So I really wanted to, of course, replace that with an armory right here. I thought it would really look amazing. So I added a couple of sword holders right there. We got this sort of chest right here with the spears. We got a sort of treasure chest actually right here, a mouse, and of course a sort of crate with an apple inside, and these 2 torches on the sides. So I definitely think that also looks quite cool within my Helm's Deep mock. And I had to add this piece right here for support actually. So that is also quite cool actually, I think. But it also has a couple of windows actually on the inside, so you can clearly sort of see through this entire structuring part underneath. And then actually on the inside of this entire courtyard right here, you can see that I didn't add a lot of details. I mean, I actually replaced this area back again, but back in the day I actually had just bricks and studs showing right here. But I sort of wanted to actually, for my LEGO The Lord of the Rings 2021 collection, replace it with the original pieces right here, the slopes actually. So I decided to sort of transfer it back to that. But back in the day, I had a couple of stairs right here on which I could pose my minifigures. Of course, this area is still the same right here, and this area right over here as well. And actually right here is the wall piece. And as you can see, it's just a simple wall piece actually. I'm still pretty proud of my original design from back in the day. That also really looks amazing. And this area right over here is still the same as well. As you can see, we got this sort of area where you can pose up some minifigures. You can also see through this window, which is also really cool. And this area is actually raised on top of some dark bluish gray bricks right here, with of course some rock work over here on the outside. I'm going to show you that, of course, after moving this entire piece right here. And yeah, the rock work right here is also showing you got some stairs actually right here with the original door from LEGO as well, which is really cool. I thought it would really look amazing. And I mean, this isn't really the stair system which goes all the way up right here with, of course, that sort of archway right over there with, of course, the elves and Aragorn defending it. I mean, I'm going to create that scene within my future Helm's Deep mock, but I haven't added that in, of course, my older mock right here. But I do still think that this area right over here also looks really creative. I mean, I was around 11 to 12 years old when I built this, so that's definitely something amazing. I actually built it with a friend, and he really was just playing and coming over actually with me every single day, and he used to build Lego with me and play with Lego Ninjagos. That's some fun memories right over there. But yeah, over here actually I also built this area, added this sort of piece right here for structural support actually, because otherwise this entire plate system would collapse. So you can see that this building technique really isn't that great. But yeah, over here this area is still the same, and I also wanted to add a little bit of detailing inside of this wall piece right here, so that you can see that also looks amazing. And the blowing up wall right here also still works actually. Well, I do need to give it a sort of nudge right here, but it still works. As you can see, that's definitely something amazing. But yeah, that's the entire interior of my Helm's Deep fortress, and that's actually everything I wanted to show you in this episode of Building Helm's Deep in LEGO. But yeah, I hope that you enjoyed watching this episode of Building Helm's Deep in LEGO. I just wanted to show you my entire LEGO Helm's Deep mock from back in the day, and I sincerely hope that you just enjoyed taking a look at my entire build from back in the day. So yeah, if you did enjoy watching this video, of course, let me know by leaving a thumbs up to support building Helm's Deep in LEGO. Go subscribe to Brickley if you want to see more LEGO content. And of course, ring that notification bell to stay updated when I post any LEGO videos. And I'll see you all in episode 3 of building Helm's Deep in LEGO.